Welcome back to the channel. Tommy Fleetwood. We're going to try and put him a little bit out of his comfort zone. This is the first time I will be hitting my QI35 driver. This is the LS model. I've got an onion master here. This section we're calling Know Your Onions.
Know Your Onions, okay.
So you're going to have to see if you can fit me in about, I don't have many shots in the tank any day, so see what we got.
This is a nice new experience for me as well, so I'm looking forward to it.
So I've got a core model on the Floridian 9 and a 10, and then this LS. Full swing setup straight towards that chimney. See the little palm tree down there?
So you're setting up on that chimney.
Yeah.
Where's the wind?
Breeze is kind of what?
Down off the left?
Down off the left, I think. All right, we'll see if we can lay one down there and see if we can go from here.
What shot shape do you like to see?
So, honestly speaking, the way I'm driving it at the moment, I would expect to see a little fade with a, so when I go on full swing or any launch monitor, out to in path and then hold the face to the path. So you can see here, I've not really...
Okay, so the path was good.
Yeah, not really loosened up yet, but I think as we get going a bit more, but you notice how, if I'm being honest with you, I struggle a bit with height at the moment.
Yeah.
And this is set one click higher. So it'd be interesting to get your take on what you would do there.
It's launching low.
Yeah.
7.8.
And the attack angle's pretty steep, right?
Attack angle, not too bad.
Okay.
Three on the up, which I like.
Okay. So I felt like with that one, trying to hit the ball in the air, so backed up a little bit. So then you get the peel to the right. Yeah,
so I mean, well, you feel like you're backed up. Your attack angle's not that high, but your path is way left, so I think you were probably behind it. You know, it's a little bit spinny.
So if you're fitting somebody, if you were going to tackle this, you'd be looking at club delivery numbers more than ball launch.
Ball launch is key, but I think you have to keep in the parameters of your swing. I think it's very easy to start getting used to the driver head that you've got and trying to make that work.
Yeah.
Whereas when you play, you're going to put your swing on it.
Yeah.
So like I would like you to be describing the shot that you want to hit.
A bit better than this.
Well, there's one thing aiming there, but it's like, what shot do you see? You know, and I think when you stood on a range, this is good, like doing it here.
Yeah.
Stood on a range, it's easy to not worry about, you know, what kind of shot it is. But for me, I would be looking at, if I had a driver, you've got that chimney, but I'll be looking to start it a little bit left of that, but inside the left trap, hitting my shot, which would just be, you know, a stay on it and release driver, and it just peeling with the wind onto that chimney or just right of it. What do you see?
Yeah, I mean, I love it. I've gone a little left.
Tee it up a
See
bit.
that second tee there? Yeah. Usually don't like teeing it higher, but I'll do that because you said it. I'm going to try and hit one over that tee with a little fade.
Okay.
Which is more the shot you're saying. So get control of the situation. Don't be battering them. So start line was good. Overcut.
Spinning a bit and going on the wind.
Yeah. Do you know what I would do with this head? I would, so this is what I would do. Mind you, it's you knowing your onions, but I would add loft.
I was going to say, I think you can add loft, but then you would have to, it's already spinning, so you'd have to do something with the weights, I think.
The weights is an option. First off, I'd add loft like that, then I'd see a shot.
Okay.
Because I think when I see loft as a player, it might be a bit better. But what I loved about what you've already done here, and I think people need to take note of this, you were like basically saying stop hitting balls and fanning about and hit a proper golf shot, because at the moment you're just blasting it and you haven't even hit Florida, never mind the first hole at the Floridian.
Because you know, you're going to get out on the golf course and you're going to pick a shot.
Yeah, so pick a freaking shot.
Do that,
yeah. All right, so we're going for the same. Got a bit more loft on this now.
Okay.
So hopefully I won't feel...
Same swing thoughts and everything.
Yeah. So that is interesting because it was toey. I'd probably say it one more. I'm surprised that hardly got airborne. That felt weak.
Good spin off the toe.
Yeah.
2,200 as a toe strike.
You can't hit that shot though, can you?
Well, it's not ideal.
Dead.
That was good.
The best one we hit.
That was a good shot. Do you like the look of the loft on it, like the way that face sits?
Yeah, definitely. And I like the smaller head, but I know you're in the core, aren't you?
Yeah.
Why is that?
I like the size of the head and how it sits. But yeah, for me, the core has just got a nice balance of everything. You know, look to the way that I can see, you know, when we do put loft on it, just how it sits for me, and it's performed well.
Okay.
Do us a favour?
Yeah.
Can you just hit a 7-iron before you hit that?
Yeah. Why is that?
Just to vary your shots up a little bit.
So you, again, would you do that in a fitting situation?
Yeah. Yeah, put a nice iron swing on that chimney. So that's really good to see, because if you were to then hit like a 7-iron that you lost to the right, we could say, well, actually, you know, you put a couple of, you know, that might be a pattern at the moment. That was a great shot, so we know you're swinging it in a pretty decent spot. Let's just get.
So why struggling so much with driver, do you think? Just not clear enough on the shot? I mean, I know we're making a video, so you rush into it, maybe. That's how it's felt so far.
No, it's not necessarily. Driver, like you said, you know, driver, you've got to get fit for it. It's just showing how important it is to, you know, be fitted.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, there's one thing getting a brand new driver, but you've got to be fitted for it as well. Not everything, you know, reacts the same and just goes straight in. That was a beautiful golf shot.
What?
Tell me about that.
I don't feel like I'm moving particularly.
Was that bottomy?
Yeah, I get that a lot. I get bottomy a lot. So I'm just trying to move forward on this and hit the fade, because it's like, it doesn't seem to be fading. But yeah, bottomy. And this just feels like it's going to do that.
Yeah, I wouldn't hit another with that if that was me. So I would move on to something else.
Would you go 10 open? Or back to the LS?
I don't think open is... Would open, though, be something
More
that you
cut.
want to see?
No, exactly.
If you see a face hanging right, and you want to hit a cut anyway, I think that's a difficult place to be.
So let's move these weights. Let's put the 7 in the heel.
Yes.
And let's go leave the 5 up the front, and then let's try and put a decent swing on this. So this is back to the LS now. A bit more loft on it. 1 click higher, 2 clicks higher than where we started, and then I'm switching these weights.
Your path's been actually very good all the way through.
All been -3.
Well, -3, -2, -1, they've all been pretty good.
What's your path?
-1-ish, something like that.
And then you hold the face.
I just hit it really. I don't really think about holding it.
All right, so we've got different weight settings now. This feels closer, I think, if I can figure out the...
Do us a favour and just hit one, just to keep us in a bit of rhythm. Nice. And that'd also give me confidence while going through a fitting process that I'm doing my part.
So again, for me, seeing loft is always a good thing on driver. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Better.
Much closer. Low spin, right?
It was, no. That was okay, it was more low launch, I think.
Okay, so we'll tee it up a bit.
I remember as well, like just this fraction of downwind, you know, if you don't launch it up, like if you don't like launching it up, you know, it's not like the wind's gonna sort of hold it down rather than be carrying it as well. So, you know, your spin's gonna look a bit lower and it's just not gonna look the same, but that was a good shot. If you hit that shot in a different wind into the wind, I bet that would look a lot like that would.
So you wouldn't have adjusted that? I couldn't help myself. I know this is you knowing your onions, but I adjusted that already.
What have you adjusted it to?
Added loft.
Added loft. I don't think that's a bad thing at all.
Okay.
I like loft. That was a decent golf shot.
Little steep on it.
You felt steep on that?
Low in the blade again. So how would you get rid of the low in the blade strike?
Are you seeing too much loft or not?
Maybe. You think that could be it?
Well, there's two things. The wind's off the left and you're either searching for a start line left and you're backing up.
Yeah.
And that's going to send, you know, if you back...
I definitely back up.
If you're backing up, then obviously on the way the swing arc's going to be, you're going to hit it lower on the face.
Okay,
the club's going to be
100% back, that's my miss.
So if I was you, I know that I'd have left the club where it was.
Yeah.
I'd keep loft on it. And I would...
Keep loft on it, okay.
I know it sounds silly because you felt steep.
Yeah.
And you were steep. But I'd almost, just for one shot, I'd try and hit a low fade.
Yeah.
Just to try and stay on one and get it higher up the face. And I know you know you've got a steep attack angle, so it's backward hitting a low one. But let's just try and get one up the face. Let's try and do one thing at a time.
Like it. That's the best one I've hit. That's money.
Now that was a golf shot.
That's the first one I've got near the top part of the club, which these things are designed to do with the different CG projection.
I might actually know some of my onions.
So I will allow that to be like you knowing your onions. That's good. Low in the blade strike is backed up, and then you'd be like low fade with plenty of loft. and that'll get you where you need to be.
Well, yeah, so for you, if you see the ball falling too far right or you like to hit a fade, there's one thing. So you have to understand if, look at the shots that you're hitting and describing. Are you searching for something that's causing you to, because it's not necessarily the club why you're hitting it off the bottom. You might be, and it's not necessarily something you're consciously doing, but if you're searching for something, there might be a reason that then affects the strike. And then if you have a couple of things that you're not quite happy with, deal with one at a time. Yeah. Because you can only deal with one thing at a time. And then if you only change one thing, you see what that one change, what a difference that makes. Yeah. If you change two, it could be either one that you've done that made a difference. So once you one thing at a time, see the difference it makes, and then go from there.
There you have it. The reason I wanted you to do this video is so that you can see the mayhem when you start a fitting. Like, I don't usually hit balls in front of Tommy Fleetwood, to be fair. And he got control of the situation, calmed it down, and then we focused on one thing at a time. If you've got any comments or questions, dive in there below. I'm gonna hit some more, hopefully as good as that one.
Well, we got it dialed.
Gotta go there with now. But hopefully you enjoyed it, and be sure to check everything out down below for Tommy's socials.